Hello everybody, I'm Baltmatrix, and today we're taking a look at Kingdom's core class, VERTEBREAK. Now I'm going to show you the figure in its packaging real quick, just so you get an idea of what to expect when you get this figure for yourself. And that's it. One interesting tidbit though. You can see the character artwork right there, but then up there, hey, hello Nemesis, how you doing? Right out of the box, the figure is incredibly tiny and seems monochromatic. However, that is not the case. There are various levels of brown and gray going on here. The only real color there is the Predacon symbol on his chest, or per chest. Yeah, it's definitely a different figure. Yeah. Figure's just a bit... It needs color. It just needs color. It would be so much better if it was... Or, I'm sorry, that's not fair. It would be more dynamic if it was different colors or more brighter colors. But considering it's made out of bones, I can kind of understand what they're going for here. Height-wise, VERTEBREAK is just a smidge shorter than Core Class Optimus Prime, which... Yikes, I mean, for $10, these things are getting real tiny. Head sculpt is very cool. I love the head sculpt there, and the red goggles, not showing up well on camera, but in person under the right light, they look wonderful. Posability, head is on a ball joint in the shoulder, ball joint in the elbow, no torso articulation, ball joint in the leg, hinge joint in the knee, and ball joint in the ankle. The hinge joint is rather terrifying because the plastic on the lower leg is so thin, I am terrified this thing is going to just shatter at some point. It is pretty easy to pull off some decent poses, thankfully. The figure comes with a tail accessory, that is its weapon. You can whap people with it. That's what you do with whip tails, right? And in my Optimus Prime review, I wondered what the peg holes in the wrists were for. Well, it's for these weapons. So you plug the weapon into the tip, and he's got an Energon whippy tail. Okay, if I had a core class Megatron, this would work a lot better. On the figure's back, there are sections that the tail can peg into. They're really hard to see though, but according to the directions, it's supposed to be stored on the right shoulder, and there are pegs hidden as vertebrae, so you can peg it into the back, like that. VERTEBREAK transforms into a Draco Rex, and the robot mode is about 3.5 inches tall, and the actual Draco Rex mode is about 3 inches tall. And it's a cute little dinosaur. Cute little dinosaur. Head sculpt is quite nifty. I love the bumps and the spikes on the back of the head, and it just really works for me. However, the lower jaw is super soft plastic, and it seems like you're supposed to be able to open the mouth, but the mouth really doesn't want to open because the super soft plastic just does not want to move. Other than that, there's really no posability other than the mouth, which should be posable, and the legs. Nothing else on the figure moves, which is a shame. I would have loved to have seen like tiny little ball joints for the arms, but I kind of understand why they're not there. The figure has a really hard time staying together in vehicle mode, in alternate mode, especially the arms under the body. They're supposed to peg in to these little tiny slots within the ribcage that I just can't seem to get zoomed in on. You see the silver pin there? The peg is right above that, but they're very loose. They peg in incredibly loosely, so just pushing on them a little bit slides them out of place. It's, you know, at this size class, what are you gonna do? I mean, seriously, at this size, there's not much you can do about an issue like that. One very cool little unintended thing is if you fold up the back of the beast mode, it makes a chair, so you can fit other core class figures here. I'm really super interested in trying this with Starscream, or the newly announced core class Starscream, Megatron, and even Rat Trap. But I'm not going to be able to get any of those figures until 2021, or at the earliest, so I'll just have to settle for Mini Prime riding a mini Drago Rex. VERTEBREAK is pretty cool. I legitimately like her. And yes, according to TF Wiki, the figure is a her, or the character is a her. So I'm I'm going to use the correct pronouns if I can. It's a fun little toy. It is a fun little toy. Keyword there being little. I'm curious to see if there's going to be a repaint of this figure in a different color scheme. I think that would make the figure a lot more enjoyable and a little cooler. But overall, it's perfectly fine. It's supposed to be a fossil or a skeleton, and this color scheme works. It's totally worth picking up. I like it more than I do Prime, even though I think Prime in robot mode is a little bit more successful. So folks, let me know what you think of VERTEBREAK down in the comments. Be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. Please be sure to follow me over on Twitter and Patreon. As always, I am Baltmatrix, and I will catch you next time.